Hey, girl. All of that time.
We did.
Okay.
I know. We're just, you know what? Hey, everybody. We are excited to be here. And guess what? As usual, we're going all the way there. We're going with the flow. Hi, Keila. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Tonya?
I'm good. Aside from the fact that um, my child went to the grocery store for the first time by herself, and
Okay.
she's called like 4 times, and she's calling now. But
Oh my
anyway, but you know what?
goodness.
Aside from that, I'm just excited that you are a co-author.
I am.
Yes. And we just have to take some time out to discuss this because this is like monumental. This is big.
I think so. I'm excited. I'm super excited.
You should be.
I feel like it almost kind of feels surreal, which it's kind of giving me the motivation to want to finish my own book,
Hmm.
but it's still I'm excited about it.
Okay, so the name, it's called Recrowning God's Daughters. That's the name
Yes,
of the book.
that's the name of the
And
book.
it's daughters. So there's more than one person. Keila's a co-author in this book.
Yes.
And can you just tell us how this came about?
So how it came about is I was actually, I know this is gonna sound super spiritual, but remember I told you I was already writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already writing, I'm in the middle of writing my own book. But this opportunity, I actually had a dream that I was gonna be on a different project. 2 days later, Tanisha, Tanita, because she was going by both names if she listening. She put this post up that says she was doing um an anthology. What is it called? Anthology. I said it right the first
Uh-huh.
time.
Hmm.
Anthology. And so when I read it, I was just like, I actually sent it to a couple of people because I know that they were already writing and in the middle of something. And then a friend of mine was like, why don't you do it? Because you have a story to tell. And I was like, oh, I didn't think about me. I just sent it out to people. And so I sat back and I thought about it for a minute. And I was like, you know, what's it's a nice way to kind of get your feet wet. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
So I went on, then I was like, well, what am I gonna actually write about? And then it seemed like instantly I knew I did not want to write about divorce. I don't want to talk about that, anymore. I don't want to put that in a book. I don't want to put that on paper. But I just decided that I was gonna talk about um a time for myself. Now, a lot of stories are about testimonies that they overcame, concerning other people. My testimony is about forgiving myself.
Mm.
So that's how I kind of came up with that.
Okay. And so just the title, like Recrowning. So I'm just gathering just from the title that you and the other co-authors felt like you kind of lost your crown at some point for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just like it's basically you're just being restored or it's just like back and you're putting it back
Restoration.
on because you
Mm-hmm.
feel like, or that you deserve to have it back
I
on.
deserve to have that crown. But in my portion of the book, I said, Um, I want to tell you about a time when my crown tilted, but it never fell off.
Mm, okay.
So, that's my part of the book. I mean, it was heavily weighed down though, you know.
Hmm.
But I thought it was a good project to get in on. I thought it was a good project to test out some of my writing skills and abilities.
Hmm.
And I also thought it was a good project to give some of my testimony
Hmm.
because, sometimes we live with, and I don't like to use the word secret, but Tanya, you know me. If it's not like you or Jackie I can be a very private person. People don't
Hmm.
really know what goes on. So as much chatter as I do on Facebook, nobody really knows what's happening
Yeah.
in my real world. You
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean?
Uh-huh.
Like nobody knew I went through breakups. Nobody knew I went through any of that. So they like, why you don't ever post anybody? Well, look how many breakups I've had and nobody ever knew.
Exactly, right.
You
And
know?
I think people get it twisted because just because you talk a lot, and I could talk a lot too because that's
Hmm.
what we do with the
Hmm.
podcast. That don't mean you know everything about us. You know
Exactly.
what we want you to know,
Exactly.
and you may never know what's going on the inside. So that's what I appreciate about you opening up in your chapter in this book.
Yeah, and I told a lot, and I actually told things that people who were close to me didn't even know. Like,
Hmm.
my own mom and my dad, and they didn't even know those parts of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for
Hmm.
them, my mom was just like, wow, you know, I had to read it in a book. And they say sometimes the best way to transparency is through a letter, right?
Hmm.
So it was the best way. Like, here, read this.
I know because I was like flipping through pages and it's things that and I don't want to say that you put on like a mask,
Hmm.
but you kind of like maxed over it so we wouldn't even know what was going on. And I
I
don't want to
did.
take away because it is so worth buying a book from
Hmm.
you just to read your chapter and then learn a little bit about everyone else that's in the book as well. But I mean, you just like if even if people follow you, and I can't say Instagram because I'm not even on there that often, but
Hmm.
if people look at some of the posts that you put on Facebook, you are constantly dropping like little nuggets, like
Right.
all the time. And
Thank
so
you.
now when I'm reading, your chapter, I'm like, there's another nugget. And you're just so like smart and you're so open and then like I mean even like with the first chapter when you said unforgiveness can be the very thing that keeps you from moving forward. And I'm like, were you really like stagnant at some point or you just felt like you were still because you couldn't forgive yourself? And
Yeah.
then if you go on to like read more, you find out like how you got out of that and how you moved on.
Hmm.
This is like, I don't know, this is hot. This is fire.
And I think too, I think it's pivotal to have the right people around you. You know,
Hmm.
like um the person whom I described in the book that basically was like, I'm not going to let you stay in this place like this, on my watch. And then, you know, with you guys, well, Tanya, you have gotten some morning calls from me, during
Hmm.
certain times,
Hmm.
but I am very selective about who I call because people love to gather your information just to spread it like wildfires. So
Yes.
I don't like to just tell everything about me. So, my dating life, anything that I'm doing, it is all with if you are within my nucleus, then you
Hmm.
know. If you're
Hmm.
not in a nucleus, then you think it's a mystery. It's not a mystery. You just don't know. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
So,
I do.
but you know me
I do.
personally, so you know how I am.
Uh-huh.
So I just feel like that this book to me made me it was like a load that lifted off of my shoulders. Like, wow, this is like a part of my life that nobody really knew. Because like even when my friend died, people just was like, "Oh, that's your friend. Oh, I'm sorry. Rest in peace." And then when people started putting the pieces together, they were like, "Oh, wait a minute. Like that's the same. Oh, I never knew. We never saw a
Hmm.
face. We never saw, that
Right.
type of thing." So yeah, it was pretty deep. Oh, thank you, Vern. I told her she was smart. Thank you.
Oh, he put it in all caps too. Like that means he means it. You are. You are.
I will, Aaron. I'll make sure I give you the information. And so yeah, so that was my biggest goal, getting my feet wet and getting myself out there. So when my next book, my solo project come, y'all gonna be ready. That's gonna be fire for real.
I know. I'm excited about that. So when it's like so now I just feel like how many co-authors are there with you?
There are a total of it's 10 of us.
10 of you?
It is actually 12 of us. I'm sorry.
Okay. And Tanisha, or help me say, because I want to say
Yeah,
Tanisha.
because she say Tanisha, and then I heard somebody say Tanita, and she didn't correct them. So I'm gonna go by what she told me. She told me Tanisha.
Okay,
So
so what I was gonna say is that she has a like a gift for pulling people together
she
because she was the
does.
same one that pulled everyone together for
Hush.
Hush for
Yep.
Hush. And so she's doing this again. And so now we just gotta find like the perfect time to pull you and the other co-authors onto all the way there so that we could talk about more and just dig into it because we've already always said like from the beginning how our podcast is like to edify, nourish, and
It
to bring
is.
out the best of people and just be a blessing. And I do believe that you are a blessing, and those other women that co-authored the book are a blessing too. And it was something else that I read that I just wanted to like, wow, that was so deep too.
Oh.
Um, and I can't give it all away, so don't expect me to just. I'm not reading pages, people. You need to buy the book.
Yes,
I'm
you
just
gotta buy the book.
do, and you have to do that through Keila. You said, but when you have a discontent soul, you feel like the world should stop for you. What did you
Yeah,
mean by
because
that? Mm-hmm.
so when you have a discontent soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you are discontent in yourself, it displays a little bit of selfishness. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Crystal, she was said she was gonna be watching the state capitol, but now she watching us. That's
No, I'm
okay.
talking about Vern's comment.
You know what? You know what? So listen. Crystal, I'm gonna make sure you get a copy too because I am doing a book signing. Not unfortunately, Lord forgive me. Fortunately, I sold out, guys. So I completely sold out of my books, and that was just my friends supporting me. So when I have the book signing, I'll make sure that you guys are invited. But the discontent soul is basically a soul that is not satisfied with self, but because they are not satisfied with self, they think that everybody should be doing for them. It's a selfish attitude. They
Mm-hmm.
don't even know how to extend help to others because they
Mm-hmm.
so discontent within themselves that it's just all about me. They want to absorb all the energy in the room, and
Mm-hmm.
you just can't. When you got it, you can spot a discontent soul out everywhere. They are normally always the people that is shouting, "Be my peace,
They shouting at Keila.
be my peace, be your own peace."
Oh my goodness. And so, okay, so I learned something else that I did not know and I would not have guessed. Your
Okay.
favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz?
Yes, that is
Why?
okay. So it is so
This is
many
in the book
things.
too, but go ahead,
It
Keila.
is in the book. It's so many things about the Wizard of Oz since I've been a child that I have related to lifelong lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And one, even though it is a wicked witch, the good witch comes to save them from the bad witch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she gave her instructions. You got to go do this, you got to go do that. To me, I feel like that's God telling you, you know, if you listen to what I'm telling you, you're going to get to where you need to go. So all of those, and Dorothy made some friends along the way. She helped some people out, which means she was serving, and she still accomplished all of that on her journey. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I love that movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's deeper than just the little Lala characters for me. It was always something sentimental about that movie to me.
Okay, so let me just sidestep a minute. Did you mean your favorite was The Wizard of Oz or The Wiz?
The Wizard of Oz. I did not see The Wiz until, girl, I'm too embarrassed to say it, and I'm not gonna say with Vern on this show. So we just gonna go right
You know
past
what
that.
card we're about to collect from you.
You haven't even seen the Goonies. Oh no. What was it, Matilda or Beetlejuice? I forgot which one.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Okay, so here's like another nugget that you dropped. Some people do not notice that they carry pain so deep inside that when they talk to other people, they make them want to scatter.
Yeah, because they so bitter that nobody wants to even be around that. We all seen them people that when they getting ready to come, You just like, oh
Oh
God.
God, let me go.
Oh God,
Let me get out of
here,
here.
here they come, here they come, and
Mm-hmm.
then you like they was going through, dude. You was going through the year last year, the year before that, and the year before that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are always so bitter and not paying attention to what you're dealing with, then you run people off.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
That's true. That's true. So, anything that you want to or can share just to make to whet people's appetite to buy the book. Not we've heard enough from you, but just drop a little from other stories in the book, maybe just a little bit,
okay,
or maybe just the titles.
so there are some good titles, and this one, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Mm.
That was a good one. And that is by Sierra Warren. That's her part of the story. That was a really, really good one to me. Um, Let me see. Weathering the Storms of Life by Dr. Cherie Cofield. That was pretty good. It was some really, don't know what's amazing to me is that we all sit next to each other every day. I mean, just normal daily lives, and you never know what people go through.
Mm-hmm.
You should never take things for granted because I
Mm-hmm.
had one of my coworkers read my story, and she came up to me and was like, "Dang, I remember when that happened, and you never came to work. Like you was like I never saw that side of you." I'm like, honey, I'm not the type that act all like willy nilly and crap. But when I get home behind my closed doors, it all comes off.
Mm-hmm.
I just totally, what is it called? It's not unroll, but what is it? Because I know Miss Educator.
Oh, you're so funny. Like disrobe, you just take everything.
Disrobe,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm. Yeah,
Disrobe.
I hear you.
Um, Aaron says, "What gave you the courage to share these parts of yourself in the book?" So, Aaron, what gave me the courage to share this part? I actually prayed about what I was going to write about, but somebody said to me, and I shared this with Tonya the other day. Somebody shared with me where you, and this may sound like a selfish reason, but it's really a real reason. Where you are going, it's a lot of things you are going to need to tell yourself because people are going to dig. And when they dig, you will already be done told it. And what's a better way to do it? To tell your own story is to tell it the way you want it told. And that's what gave me my courage.
I know that's real because it's almost like politics.
It
If you know you
is.
want to be a politician, you got to put everything out there before everyone
Put
dig it up and present it the wrong way
so
and get
it's
it
like
twisted and tell lies behind it and never get
right.
it right.
So if I tell it,
Hmm.
then how you
Hmm.
gonna embarrass me about it? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
is what it is. And believe it or not, some people may look at this and be like, okay, well, what's so embarrassing about this? But this, I don't know how deep you were able to read into it. This for me, doing what I did to this person, it shattered me because it was the last thing they got to hear from me. And I'll never will do that again to anybody. I don't ever want to end on that type of a note. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's what also gave me the courage too, because sometimes people live with a lot of guilt and you
Hmm.
don't know. You
Hmm.
know, so I basically just wanted to Eminem them like in 8 Mile, when he had to flip the rap around on the other guy.
I don't know.
Okay,
Bird.
so in eight
Eric.
mile, in the 8 Mile at the rap
Uh-huh.
competition, his friend was like, "So what are you gonna say to him? He know all your business. He's just gonna use that against you." And then Eminem thought about it, so he switched his whole entire program and rapped about his own life to the guy. And then when the guy took the mic, he couldn't say nothing about him because Eminem had already told it all. So
Yeah.
he was like,
Okay. I like it. Okay.
"Yep."
Okay. So basically, you just emulated your husband because
Basically,
Eminem is your husband.
my husband be encouraging me.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. So I don't know. I just appreciate you taking the time And we both had like really, really busy days today.
We did. Super
Yeah.
busy.
Like, I mean, right up to the minute I was on a work call. So, and
And
I
girl,
know you.
yesterday you was like, "You want me to do this?" I'm like, "Girl, I did it midstream and I forgot." Like it was literally just sitting there. And then when you said it, I was like, "Oh, let me go back and finish."
uh,
So yeah, I get it, but I'm still glad that you took this time out for me. I appreciate that because you didn't have to do that, even though you my
no.
co-host. You
But
didn't have to.
somebody got to toot your horn because my goodness, if you're not going to toot, I'm going to toot it. I'm your girl.
Thank you,
I'm
Tonya.
excited for you, and I'm just happy that this has just laid the ground for you to just go out and just do more, write more, and sparked whatever it is for you to just be inspired to do more than this, more than
That's
just how
right.
many pages is your story in there?
My pages, I believe, is it like 15 or something,
Okay,
10, something.
yeah.
But and I will give a shout out to Rocky who did. I don't know if you got to read my bio, but I'm gonna tell you, I was in love with that bio. Anybody need a bio written?
Mm-hmm.
That girl on fire because when I read it back, I was like, she talking about me.
Uh-huh.
That's why I said I couldn't write my own bio. It felt weird, but I'm gonna tell you, it's awesome to pay somebody to write your story because she was thorough with her questions. She sent you about 30 questions, right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking, like, why do she need to know what kind of childhood I had? But it all comes out with how descriptive she write her words and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So I believe her thing was her company is called Right Down to It. I posted it to my Facebook
Oh
page.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's wonderful. But yes, Aaron, note to self, watch 8 Mile, please.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. I need to watch it again too, I guess.
Yes, you won't be disappointed.
I know I will not
Well,
be.
I know I won't. I done seen it about 22 times.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you
So
said that you ran out of books, and so you're going to get some more.
I did. So got my second shipment should be coming. Actually, it should be coming by the end of the month.
Okay.
So I am taking pre-orders. And I'll be doing a book signing. By then I should have the location of where we're
Hmm.
going and when it'll be. And Rita Rose say, when will you get more copies of it? They should be in by the end of June. So I will make another a post about when I get those in. And if you follow the podcast page, I'll make sure that I post it to that as well. Um, and then, like I said, I'm also taking pre-orders too, so that way I know for a fact those people will definitely go out. Their books will go out when they first come in.
I'm so excited.
But all of these brave women in this book told some stories, and I'm not gonna lie, just to see my stuff in print, like that's my name.
Uh-huh.
So I did post a picture, Tanya, because I know we said we're gonna only do like 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. So this is the front cover, so you guys can see it up close. Oh, let me take those words off. And that's the main author. And then this is the back of the book. And then you can see me down there on that second. Same ponytail, girl.
It's cute. You cute, cute.
Thank you. Look, I'm like, this ponytail gotta wait last until the graduation. My niece's graduation.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so that's it. So I am excited, and I think Tanya, thank you for giving me your day because you was hustling.
Woof. The story of my life. Anything for you. Anything
Thank
for
you, girl.
you.
Thank you.
So yeah, so you guys, everyone look out for the books that's coming out again. Well, the restock of the book.
Right.
Check all the way there. Check Keila's page. You could check my page on Facebook and Instagram so you could order the book. Pre-order now or just wait until it comes back. But there's going to be more.
Yes, there's more. Send me the info to pre-order because I missed out last time moving. So I sure will, cousin. I'll make sure all of you guys get the pre-order.
Yes.
So thank you guys.
Yeah. So congratulations again from Crystal and from me and from everyone.
And thank you, Aaron. Mumford must be proud. I see my cousin Stacy on here too, my cousin Tahana. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. And we thank you for joining us on a pop-up like this.
Yeah, we
Even if
do.
you're watching it live or if you go back and watch it later, then you'll get something from it.
For sure.
Yeah. So you guys, please be sure to enjoy the rest of your week,
Yes.
which is Friday and Saturday. You got this.
We got this.
Yes.
You guys got this. And listen, the title of my book, portion of the book is called The Art of Forgiveness. So I'm gonna give you a challenge before you get the book because it is about forgiveness within yourself. So that's what we're gonna start working on. Because sometimes it's so much easier to say we forgive other people and just be like, I'm done with them, but you can't be done with yourself.
No.
So you got to work on that. It's a daily struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So let's work on that. So that's the challenge.
Yes, that's the challenge. Forgive yourself. Get the book so you can learn how, and then maybe even recognize if you're upset with yourself, because some people may not know that they're
No,
upset with themselves or whatever. But anyway,
they may
okay,
not.
okay, guys. Thank you, Keila.
Okay. And
Yes,
you guys have a marvelous week. A marvelous week.
yes,
I'll be
yes.
signing autographs later. No, just kidding.
Look, I'll
Just,
be your bodyguard. I'll be your hype crew. Find it, Keila.
I know.
Find it, Keila.
Hey, where your NWA hat?
Oh, wait, you mean my security
The security hat, right?
with my t-shirt. I'm never gonna live that down.
I'm
Okay.
not. All right. See you guys later. Have a good
Bye.
week. Bye.